the muffs on.
Oh, yeah. Hanging out on the podcast broadcast, getting things going early. A little 90-minute podcast broadcast because we have a lot to get to. We have in-studio guests that are joining us. So I'm about to mention it on the air that we're streaming. But good morning, Manny. And good morning, anyone who's joining up with a yo. You'll see here in a second, I got Gabo from Fayuca and Jason Devore from Authority Zero.
Whoop.
Yeah, you just got to make sure you speak in the mic. So we got 12 seconds before we're live on the air, and then we have the empty chair that is Powers. How are they looking, Powers? We close to getting them set up?
I'm getting them set.
Okay, good.
Hey, Beef, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Do we need to get like right up in? You're a little.
Here on.
Yes, I.
Rock 102.1 Kfma. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. It's the podcast broadcast. We just went live, so you can join us on our Facebook pages or youtube.com/Beef Vegan. In studio, we got special guest Jason Devore from Authority Zero and Gabo from Fayuca. Good morning, gentlemen.
Morning, sir.
Good morning, Beef.
Top of the morning.
Yes, now we go.
Ooh, hey.
Can you see each other now? You see?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, good, because we got a lot of things planned here for the podcast broadcast. I'm super stoked about because we're going to be going through the music video catalog, getting some behind the scenes scoops and stories of putting together music videos, because that's always one of the most fun aspects of being a recording artist, is visualizing, imagining a visual and creating a music video behind it. So I want to know the backstories of that. Plus, we'll do some live in-studio acoustic performances from Gabo and Jason, who are both performing acoustically tonight with ZeeCee Keeley, I should say, at 191 Toole. What are you doing? Side conversations there? Engineer Powers, we are live on the air. Yeah, okay. Are you got them situated?
They should be all good to go on that podcast broadcast. Good to go.
Okay, good. All right, good. So you can see us, and then we're going to be talking radio stuff as well. There's a lot of good stories to share. I'll just start off with this real quick. All right. The internet bit back against a woman who was accusing her trainer of being a pervert. You ever see those kind of thirst trap baits at the gym? Jason, I know you go to the gym all the time, where girls complain that they get checked out at the gym too much.
Oh, yeah. I've seen videos pop up of that, and they do the. Yeah, those.
Right. But the problem is sometimes they're baiting people into checking them out. So there was a girl named Adriana who went viral in a video, and she was seen videoing herself in the gym with taking her shirt off down to her sports bra and then catching a glimpse of guys glancing at her. Right. And then she went on the video calling them perverts. But she slowed down the video even to put them on blast. And then she even called out an employee at the gym for threatening to pull her membership for causing a scene. Now, the video has been good for her social media hits, and that's pretty much it until the backlash came. And then she had to take it private because she essentially set guys up. If you're going to strip down to like almost nothing and then bend over and pop that ass out, it's almost impossible not to look.
It is baiting.
We
are but men.
Exactly.
Even women are but women.
That's right.
It's attractive. It is. Human beings are drawn to those things.
Right. So, this is
DNA.
what happened. So a lot of the comments that we're getting on her videos before she took it down and went private was she must have burned a lot of calories from jumping to conclusions. Yeah. One person even commented, she gives me Amber Heard vibes. Yeah. And finally, to just really sum it up, she said, someone posted, don't give her any attention. All she wants is clout. So you got to be careful out there. Yes, guys can be perverted, but when you're setting up a scene and trapping us, to quote Jason, we are, but just men.
Just men.
It's in our DNA.
It's in our DNA. We need it.
We're humans.
All that baiting's just going to lead to more baiting at home.
Ah, there we
That's
go.
right.
Yeah, thanks for shooing that in there, Powers.
I had it ready for a minute.
All right, so
Right time.
we're going to keep the conversation moving on the podcast broadcast. We're currently live. You can join us visually there or just keep it right here. Rock 102.1 Kfma. Clear. All right, so we're live here on the stream. We're going to be sharing all that, and then you can hear us.
We keep them on. And then sometimes they'll throw to clips, and then that's when no one can see us, the rare treat.
Okay.
Yeah. Which we will do. So this is what we're going to be doing this morning. Of course, Jason and Gabo are here. You guys can see each other on the stream, right?
Yeah.
All right, good.
I just can't see you.
I know. Well, you have to look at the screen
Now
to
we're
see me,
screaming.
and we're making eye contact virtually, right? So
help you too as well.
I see you, buddy. I know.
See you.
I know it's a trip.
There's all the comments from everybody.
Oh,
watching.
shit.
Oh, look at us. Look at us seeing people.
Yeah.
Good
So,
morning, friends.
these are our streamers. So drop a yo if you're watching this on the stream here.
Can I drop a yo in here?
Yeah, you could drop a yo in there and
You
the same
can
thing.
go. You have to go type on like you'd have to go to the stream on your phone to leave a comment. We're in the studio. We can't type comments. I don't think, right?
Yes, you
Oh.
can.
Can you type comments?
You should be, yeah, on the side.
We
Oh.
are men.
Yes.
Are we not men? We are Devo.
Are we not men?
Yeah, no, there's no. I don't think there is a place for us to chat.
You can figure it out.
Hey,
All right,
Pete,
so yeah,
you can hear my voice.
I can hear your voice. You can't hear your voice?
I can't hear my voice.
So again, you might have volume down there where that's
Oh,
plugged in.
yes.
I hear you guys perfect.
Okay.
Oh.
It's only my voice I don't hear.
Twist the right knob.
Also, well, talk
maybe just get
directly
closer
into
to
this
the-
microphone.
Hello.
Oh, that's better, isn't it? So yeah, just gotta tune that.
Diaphragm it across. the
Yeah,
room.
just use that
This is
microphone.
my first time using a microphone.
Yeah.
I haven't touched this stuff myself.
What do I do with my hands?
Well, it is also these microphones, which if you're here, it doesn't.
Yeah.
It is that. So
Yeah, compressor mics. Yeah, it's a big deal. So we go way back. So we have a lot of catching up to do. We're going to be doing in-studio performances, like I said, and we're also going to be breaking down some music videos. And earlier this morning, we opened up the show, basically giving hype and praise to what makes a difference between an amateur artist and a professional artist. And doing this, we praised Jason and Gabo, and threw Austin under the bus.
Oh.
Yes. And in case you missed it, it went a little something like this. Check it out.
Reality radio done right. No nonsense, real and raw, just like you like it.
He's corrupt, he's inexperienced, and he lies.
Broadcasting from a broom closet in the Arizona Lotus Studios, it's Beef Vegan Presents.
Did that get you this morning?
you got half of me.
Got half you? All right, that's good. Yo, good morning. Welcome to the show. It's Beef Vegan Presents live on Rock 102.1 Kfma, streaming worldwide at kfma.com. We got a doozy of a banger for you. These are all slang words I'm using just to sound hipper to the kids. But yes, we got a great show lined up. Tickets for Jack White on the line. Tickets for Turnstile on the line. I'm going to have my friends Jason Devore of Authority Zero and Gabo from Fayuca coming in studio today. They're going to be performing on the podcast broadcast and having a lot of fun and games with us as well. Actually, just got a text from Gabo, who, that's what I love about real professional musicians. Like real rock stars are professional as hell, right? And they're responsible. So when I'm like, hey, you guys are playing at 191 Toole tonight, you should come on the show. And they're up in Phoenix right now in Mesa. And they're like, okay, sure, I'll leave at 6 a.m. Be there by 8. I'm like, dear Lord, all right, that's amazing. Most like wannabe rock stars are like, oh, that's too early. Can you just I don't know, like have me call in at like 10:05? Like, no, the show ends at 10. Oh, but I don't wake up till 10:04. Go F yourself and your music. It's not that good anyways. So the ones that are good, I found over time, the ones that are really good, take this seriously and dedicate their lives to it, boom, are willing to be responsible enough to be like, yeah, I will come in because you're going to help spread the gospel of what I do and what I love, which is make music. Now, at the same time, I had Austin hit me up the other day, be like, hey, could I come in on Thursday, which I have a packed house, because I want to promote my Sun Monkey show that night. So his band Sun Monkey is performing tonight somewhere, right? Presumably The Rock. I don't know.
Somewhere.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, if you want to check out Sun Monkey, then look up Sun Monkey. I'm sure it's not that hard to find.
I'm sure it's also not been updated with new information.
That's true. But then here's another thing: is like Austin is leaving to LA. So I'm like, why would I promote your show when you literally gave up on your band? Austin's under the belief that, oh no, okay, we're gonna continue to be a band. Okay, well, you're gonna continue to be a crappy band, a band that sucks. And I'm not being mean, but if you want to be a good band, you got to dedicate your life to this, son. You got to practice like every day. You got to put in the time. Leonard Skinner became a famous band after they locked themselves in a shed in a swamp for like 6 months straight, every single day, like 12 hours a day. That's the kind of level of dedication it takes to really take your band and your art to the next level. You can't practice once a week on Zoom or once a month in person and expect to be the next Oasis, bitch. That's just not how it works. That's not how it works in anything in life. I tried to explain to him, Like, you look, here's an example. I enjoy and I love doing radio. Right. I dedicated my life to it. I've also always had the itch to do stand-up comedy. And I've done stand-up a few times, sometimes terribly, sometimes very well. Right. I have a unique perspective and I just enjoy talking in front of a crowd of people. It's not a big deal, but I could not do both. I couldn't hit up open mics on a regular basis late at night and expect to do a halfway decent job of waking up at 3:30 in the morning and doing morning radio. So, I decided long ago to pick my path. Pick my path, dedicated to it, put your 10,000 hours in, then put another 10,000 hours in, and boom, you get to where you want to be. I try to explain this to my young friends who all have passions and dreams, but try to spread themselves out too thin. Like, I know a guy, right, who does about 10 different things terribly. He sucks at 10 different things, as opposed to focusing on one thing and trying to be at least mediocre at one thing. He's like, no, I actually do this, and this. And I suck at all of it really bad. But on my business card, it takes up the whole space on the front and the back of all the things that I do,
Yeah.
See, I'm just ranting to start off
I
today.
was gonna say, you almost think, don't worry, we have a good show lined up because you're a professional band called you. We're not dealing with a bunch of amateurs today.
No, I know, but I had to just vent about the amateurs hitting me up for all that. And, I love Austin, but him moving to LA is a giant mistake just because he has too much going on right here, right now. To hit the reset, just work at a dispensary in LA, and then say that he's a screenwriter like everybody else in LA.
So weird.
Yeah. So Sun Monkey tonight, if you're looking to do a show and go out to a live show tonight, I highly recommend 191 Toole with Authority Zero and Fayuca. But, if you want to go see an Amateur S show.
Now. You don't got to say that part.
They're not. They didn't put in the time yet, Powers. Pull up some Sun Monkey.
Let me hype them.
Yeah.
It's a burial and a hype at the same time.
Yeah. Okay. I'll give you two examples, right?
Yes.
Okay. We'll start off with, say, Authority Zero. Jason Devore from Authority Zero. I put in Authority Zero into the playlist here. I got about 12 songs to choose from.
Nice.
This song's called Mexican Radio. This is a fun one, as you get to hear. And so Jason Devore is going to be in the studio.
I've used this song for something.
Yeah. Authority Zero is a former Kfma Day artist, Arizona legends, punk rock legends, and Jason Devore is just a good dude.
Feel the hot wind on my shoulder, and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm.
See, and when I put Authority Zero in like YouTube, I have tons of options. I put in Sun Monkey, and I have a bunch of videos of monkeys. On the Mexican radio, and we are Sonoran State. Now, of course, this is a cover, right? Yes. But they do a fantastic job. And that's just a little tidbit. Let's see. I'll put Sun Monkey King.
Try Sun Monkey Tucson.
Okay. That's the thing. But that's right. They're going to be fantastic. They're going to be great someday. How long? Well, now it's going to be what?
I ended up liking
time. Rock on 2.1 Kfma. Back here live, hanging out with Jason Devore of Authority Zero, and Gabo from Fayuca, both playing tonight at 191 Toole. And I was replaying the show open this morning. I kind of threw Austin under the bus lovingly, right? But I was trying to explain the difference between a professional musician and an amateur musician. And a professional musician, I found over time, are the ones that know that this is a job to go out and promote themselves. And Gabo and Jason both are performing at 191 Toole, and they came from Mesa Town. And they woke up extra early and left the house around 6-ish to come here and be in studio.
Precisely
like the pros, precisely at 6.
I was at his house at 5:55 in the morning.
Ready to go. Yeah.
I said, yo, I'm outside.
My stuff was on my front porch, and he was already loading it into the car as I was finishing up my knickknacks.
Yeah, nice.
I was like, what?
Right. And this is not the first time I've had both Jason and Gabo on my show, but up in Phoenix. And it was the same kind of thing. You would have these bands that were kind of half-assing it. They're like, oh, I can't do I can't wake up that early to come in and do a radio show. And then you got like, Jason and Gabo were literally selling out the Marquee Theater out there, being like, yeah, sure. All right. Yeah, I guess I'll just get a little less sleep and make sure you get it done.
Just won't go to bed.
Yeah, you just won't go to bed. Have you slept at all?
No.
I went to bed at like 3:30 a.m. last night.
No, I actually got a decent. I got to bed around 10:30. I was like, yeah, it's gonna be early morning. I'm tired, luckily enough, anyways. And then I got up this morning. He's already loading, like I said, loading my stuff into the car, and he goes on to tell me the story about how he was up all night hanging out, and I was like, oh, I'm sorry, bro.
Yeah.
I know that feeling too, though.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's just the rock star life, right?
You got to muscle up.
I mean, being on the road, you've definitely got your road miles in, Jason. You guys just played at the Troubadour, is that correct?
We did, yeah. We were there last weekend with friends, the Deviates and Western Waste and Hoist the Colors.
Yeah, and you had a very special surprise fan that you did not know was in attendance who was a fan of your band. Who was it?
Who could that be?
Yeah.
The one and only Morrissey.
Morrissey.
What?
Yes.
The Moz.
Morrissey came to an Authority Zero show, and turns out Morrissey's a huge fan of the band and was there for the entire set.
He doesn't even go to his own shows.
No, he barely shows up to his own shows. He came. Did you know that Morrissey was a punk rock fan?
No. I mean, you think the Smiths, that's kind of got its punk rock element thing from back in the day, but I don't follow Morrissey like my brother-in-law follows Morrissey, like lifer kind of thing.
Right.
So he was extremely impressed and like thrown way aback by that, because once again, Morrissey is very particular. He doesn't, as he said, throw out comments or compliments lightly.
Yeah.
He doesn't just throw that around, and he doesn't show up to shows a lot. So coming to a punk rock show from a band from Mesa, Arizona, and then leaving after really made me feel special.
Yeah, it's amazing. And he
We all
didn't
were
even
blown
try to do the groupie thing. He didn't even want to be known. He was just there, have a good night, and take in your music. And it's always amazing that the people that you end up reaching and impacting with your music, you never know when you put it out there in the universe, right?
It's like every show you play too. You never know literally who's in the audience.
Mhm.
So always play it like it's your last show, like it's the best show you can imagine playing.
Right.
And just wholeheartedly, man. Because like, again, Mike, my bass player, was on stage and he kept seeing this older gentleman, as he said, up in the rafters, because he was in the rafters. It's like almost like theater seating.
Yeah.
And a really well-dressed older gentleman. And he just, Hollywood, he put it off as like, it's probably a music PR, which is still cool.
Yeah.
Or like a scout or something.
Yeah.
Morrissey.
It's just Morrissey.
He comes up to Mike after the show outside, tells him that was a great set, shakes his hand. So he had to go chasing Morrissey down. So I was like, go Morrissey. You're the Moz. I now know that because of Hollywood.
Yeah, I know. That is amazing.
Yeah, blown away.
Yeah. Well, I was blown away too seeing that. That's a fantastic story, and one that you could go home and brag about. And even your brother-in-law, who knows you well, and of course separates you from the rock star aspect, you're just his brother-in-law. Then he's re-impressed that Morrissey is a fan of yours. Like, it gives you extra credibility, like you needed it.
I'll take that any day, man. Like you say, 28 years later, if Moz is digging it, that's all that matters.
Yeah.
You made it.
Stick a fork in me.
Stick a fork in me.
You're right. Well, you made some timeless music. We were going down the rabbit hole. So we're going to be showcasing some live performances from Jason and Gabo here in studio. Also playing some of their tracks on the podcast broadcast stream and checking out their music videos to get the behind the scenes stories of the music video. So up next on the podcast broadcast, we're going to revisit the classic, the song and the music video that put Authority Zero on the map, One More Minute. So we're going to go down memory lane, get some backstories of everything that went down shooting the video for One More Minute on the podcast broadcast. Stick around. We got more Beef Vegan Presents coming up next on Rock 102.1 KFMA. Clear. All right.
Dude, it just hit me, Jason, that a lot of your song titles.
Yeah, keep talking.
Are we on the pod still?
Yeah, we're still on the podcast.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of your song titles can be used as puns. Like memory lane.
I'm super punny.
Uh-huh.
I really am.
And every time you're talking to me and you're like saying stuff, I'll always like reference one of your songs.
Find your way.
Yeah, I'm like, well, find your way. Sometimes you say something, and I'll be like, I mean, yeah, talk is cheap, And you're like, ha.
It's funny because like I'll do like the simplest, dumbest, like you say, pun for a title, and then get super wordy with words that are actually way cooler than puns.
Yeah.
Within the song, like probably too wordy.
I didn't read that.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't realize
So give me an example that I might have in let's see. Well, Big Bad World, I guess. I already have that kind of queued up. Big Bad World is a pun or saying? Is it? I guess it's not a pun.
But it kind of is a common phrasing, right?
It
Kind of
is.
a common phrase. What's that? What am I doing?
Well, yeah. I mean, did you start with the phrase "Big Bad World" and then kind of write the lyrics around that?
No, they actually came up that first line. I tipped my head back and I'm staring at the sky just pissing this night away.
Mm-hmm.
I remember vividly sitting on the beach in San Diego, late night, like 2 a.m., just drunk as hell.
Yeah.
And I was like doing
drunk.
the thing. I was hammer drunk.
Yeah.
Just taking a whiz, leaning back, staring at the stars, everything's spinning. And it's right where that came into play. And we were I had a day job too in between tours as a courier. And there was like a little break for a weekend show out there. And then during that time frame, it was like driving 100 miles round trip in the city, spending all my money, gas prices were up, my car's getting beat to hell. I'm just like, what the hell am I doing? You know, and you think about the old days too. You're like, oh, I should be on tour right now. This is ridiculous. What's going on?
Right.
You know, getting older, times are changing. And so then all of that encompassed, I started just writing lyrics actually, with during the drives and stuff of that nature. And I incorporated that into it as like you just want to be back in that. It's kind of like 1 More Minute in a sense. It's like you just want to be back in that place where you're happy.
Right.
It's like you're just going through all this madness to try and survive. And you just can't wait for that peace of mind, that peace of life, that like break, that throw me a bone here moment.
Yeah.
Yes, you know, and you're just like beating yourself to the bone.
Right. So you felt like that was like a down point in your life, and then that song kind of turned it around and got you back on the right path?
No, it was a realization. It was a pause in time to where I really just took a look around and assessed my my life at that moment in time, I guess. And just everybody else was kind of going through the same hardships. It was people were popping online or whatever, you know, and almost like complaining, but referencing almost the same things I was going through. And it was relatable and just human. You know? And I was like, okay, so there's, you know, between the separation of rock and roll and the rock stars and the day-to-day worker and the working class man and all these things, it all just was like a very human moment again of like, we're all the same, just working the grind and trying to do something cool and enjoy life.
Yeah.
And that's what it broke it down to.
Nice. Well, I love that. All right, let's get into our video breakdown. This was an idea I had last night because, you know, I mean, obviously with all the music videos,
oh god,
there's a couple. We'll start off with you and then we'll do a Fayuca one.
Yeah.
I think I want to do the one with Ashley King. I want to shout out King because she's a buddy of mine, and I think and she's gorgeous. So you recall Ashley King? You know the name? She's in one of your music videos, Gabo.
Yeah. She's a good friend of ours.
All right, yeah. All right,
Ashley.
Yeah. She's probably not watching, but that's okay. Yeah. All right.
Sleeping.
Wake up.
Yeah, she's probably sleeping. I'll slide in our DMs. So we're going old school on this. Now, Authority Zero.
Oh, look at baby Jason.
Yeah,
Yeah.
look at
How old
baby
are you there?
Jason.
I was 21.
Wow.
Yeah. That was
Yeah.
40 years ago.
4 years ago, yeah.
Spring chicken.
Yeah. So this setup here, were you signed to Atlantic Records when they shot the music video? Because this is back in like 2001-ish, 2000, what year?
Well, it's 2001. Yeah, we just released Passage in Time, which this is the 20th anniversary for that.
Yeah, congratulations on that as well.
Thanks. But yeah, with that, we had just signed to Atlantic Lava Records, and this was our first single off of that record. And this was the first video shoot we did for that. One of our very first video production as a band we'd ever done.
Now, do you
Professional.
remember it being, because obviously nowadays everyone could DIY a music video, right? You could shoot a music video on your phone and have a pretty damn good music video. But
Oh,
back then, right? It was a big production.
Big production, man. They had a whole crew come out. They had like probably 10 people. They had makeup. They had, you know, you got the treatment. It
Yeah.
was pretty cool. It's a pretty cool moment in time.
For this, which looks like just like a casual backyard barbecue
Yeah.
for half of it, which is funny.
Yeah, exactly. You had to create,
But
this
it's still that.
environment.
Yeah.
Exactly. You know, and it's crazy how much they put into
No,
it.
not to chime in here, but to chime in.
Yeah.
What's up with that Victim 26 shirt?
Yeah, it's old school,
Yeah,
baby. That's
that's
me.
You know
Awesome.
about Victim 26?
Yeah, what
Yeah.
you know about that?
Yeah. dude.
I
Yeah.
had Bullet Train to Moscow on the back of that shirt that nobody ever got to see in the video. But with
Yeah.
that, yeah, it's like I've always been a big supporter of the local scene, the local music, and the artists. And
Shout out to Mark. Shout out to the lead singer. His name was
it's so long.
yeah. I know it. I know it because I went to school with him. And in fact, actually, I got a fun story. I hung out with him a bunch.
Shout out to Clayton. He lives in Japan.
Clayton. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
drummer.
shit. Clayton was cool as shit.
Yeah.
Mark was a bass player, and then the lead singer actually he got jumped. And
Mike.
it was-
It's not Mike.
no, it's not Mike. I don't think it is Mike.
I'm
Sorry.
seeing if I still have his number.
Yeah. Pull it up. But he got jumped by some friends of mine.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait, no. I just know Nick.
You just know Nick,
Not
the
the
lead
singer.
singer. Anyways,
Yeah.
I mean, I was friends with him after the fact. I didn't know him at the time when he got jumped, but the video was like the first like viral video. It didn't necessarily go that viral online, but I remember seeing the video and they got in serious trouble for this. It was just a bad deal. But that was gangster life back in the 90s. Like so many people thought they were gangsters.
Yeah.
And on our side of town, same thing as Mesa. It was the same deal.
Yeah.
So what was the idea behind this music video? Essentially just getting together and doing a party, right?
Yeah. The initial idea we wanted to do didn't happen.
Well, what was the initial idea?
The initial idea was we wanted to shoot it in Mexico.
Oh, yeah, because that's the song is about being in Rocky Point.
Yeah. And once again, the idea of this song is referencing Big Bad World, I guess, is that the idea of this was like we were all sitting on the beach in Mexico. We didn't want to go back to work. This is like we had legit full-on day jobs and we were doing the hustle, really pushing. And we stayed one extra day. We just stayed there and got hammered on the beach with Pacificos. It's like everyone had gone home already from Mexico, but we stayed. And it was like we had the whole beach to ourselves.
Right.
So the idea was to go down there, shoot the video, get what's the deal with the big tattoo chest? The big chest tattoo from all the movies, like the Dust Till Dawn.
Yeah. What do you mean, what's the deal with it?
What's his name again?
Oh, you're talking about Danny Trejo's.
Danny Trejo.
Yeah,
You want to
he's
get
the
Danny
man.
Trejo's in the video?
We wanted Trejo's in this video. We wanted to get like legit, like make it a full-on like, movie scene kind of thing, and all that stuff. Didn't happen. Label's like, no, you're shooting it here in the pool. So
Yeah.
we're like, well, screw us, right?
Well,
So-
what about this footage of you performing at a live show? Is this a show that you put together just for the music video, or was this a certain show?
We put that together precisely for the video shoot. It's at Alice Cooperstown. Once again, as Alice Cooper is local. That
Yeah.
was a cool concept to do it there, outdoors, get the crowd together, make a big thing of it. Shot the live video, shot the song. We actually did the song, and then we just did a show as well to like make sure people don't just sweat to death for nothing.
Yes, and that's fair too. And then you get all this great footage of you guys going crazy on that, and it actually makes Alice Cooperstown look way cooler than it is in real
Yeah.
life.
Yeah,
Having that many kids just packed in there, just raging.
yeah.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Here, I'm just gonna play the beginning one more minute again because we're breaking down the lyrics. Because Rocky Point, there's no secret on this show of my love for Rocky Point, right?
Yeah, man.
He talks about it like it's Disney World.
It
Yeah.
is. It is on Disney World. And, so this is essentially another theme to Rocky Point, same way that Roger Klein built his catalog off his love for Rocky Point. So this is the Arizona connection. All right. So
Going back to where I came from, so far away, but not so far from
it's not that far.
Not too far.
Where I lay
3.5
my
hours.
3.5 hour drive. That's
by
it.
the sea.
I was there this morning.
Yeah. Were you?
Last weekend. Yeah, 2 weekends ago.
Going back to where we go, so far away, but not so far from home. Where I'd rest, where I'd lay so peacefully.
And then the money part is always the beginning. It's right here.
But by the way, I wanna.
Yeah, that's the moment.
Oh, it's the moment. It still
Oh.
gives me goosebumps. It
Oh,
still
by
gives
the
me
way.
chills. But by the way,
I don't want to go home. I don't want to do it.
yeah, I don't want to do it. Did you perform this year, Circus Mexicus?
Yeah, I was there 2 weekends ago with Roger and those guys, man.
Nice.
Went down there acoustic as a 3-piece, my friend Blake and Nate, and just jammed 3 shows and got weird.
Yeah, I remember talking with Roger about it and him having a goal of having Authority Zero on there for many years before he was able to make it happen because he was just, even though the genres of music are different to a certain extent, still rock and roll, but the influences are all the same. I mean, you still have a lot of there's a lot of commonality between you two and your songwriting
Sure.
references and your influences and stuff. So seeing you be a part of Circus Mexicus every year is always a good thing. And I'm still bummed that I missed it this year.
Yeah, it was a fun time, man. We really did have a good time. Authority's been down there full band one time. I think we scared the hell out of their fans a little bit. They're kind of didn't know what to do with their hands.
They're a little
Yeah.
old,
Yeah.
a little old. So you're like, I'll play easy for you.
Yeah.
I'll do the 3-piece acoustic gig.
Yeah, they were more drawn to that, it seems, for sure. We had a really good time down there, man, for sure.
Yeah,
Thanks
I mean,
to Roger again for that.
Yeah, I mean that's the one thing that's he's so great as a host to artist. I know Gabo, you've been a part of Circus Mexicus many years as well.
Yeah, it's a good time.
Yeah. All right, and let's get one of your music videos here, and then we'll be on the air doing a tease in a minute. And I'm going old school before we go new. You got a new one that you did acoustic at Red Rocks here.
Oh, it's not a music video though.
Oh, okay,
It's just we were at Red Rocks and
just performing.
we performed. for
Got those
people.
iPhones after the new video.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta love those
How
iPhones.
easy it is nowadays.
Yes. All right. So this is Maria Elena, and this is starring Ashley King. Ashley King was a listener of my show. Is that how you found her? Through my show? Say yes.
Yes.
Yeah. And King is gorgeous. I'm still friends with her on social media. Because why not? You know, she posts great pictures like she looks good. And just a friend. She's forever in the friend zone. I have no chance in hell, nor do I want to. I'm in a relationship. I'm happy. But at the same time, you know, goddamn, look at her.
Well done, madam.
Yes. Here, I'm gonna put a little bit of the music on here. So same questions, Gabo. You know, what was your idea of this? Obviously, you got the drug kingpin. Yeah. Well, so what was the storyboarding for this?
Do you remember him? How sweet he was?
Oh yeah, he's amazing.
Yeah. And then when I saw him do the drug lord,
look like Rick Ross,
I was like, damn, this guy really got into character.
Yeah. In fact, he's a musician as well. I know his name because I still
Freddie?
Was it
Freddie? Was it?
Yeah, it is Freddie. So yeah, Freddie's like a clarinet player and also looks like Rick Ross.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was the perfect drug kingpin. So the idea, what's the storyline of this music video?
So that's Raph, our original drummer.
Yeah.
He always wanted to. He had this dream of doing this like a luchador kind of thing, where like, so he's supposed to be the assistant to the drug lord.
Mhm.
That's the drug lord's wife.
Right.
Rafa works for him and he's like, good job, boy, I'm proud of you. So the whole time he's like taking the wife around because, you know, he's his assistant.
Yeah.
They're not happy, obviously.
Right.
He hates the relationship.
Right. Because he's just a fat rich guy.
Yeah. Rafa's like the poor guy taking the bus or the train back home after working for this drug lord.
Right. With the horse cock. Yeah.
So
Again, it's a tried and true story. It's like a fairy tale.
So right now he's training for like a big match, kind of like Nacho Libre.
Yeah. Because you love that lucha libre. Yeah.
So then the idea was that then he wins this thing, he makes his money, and then, you know, the dream is to be a professional luchador fighter.
Yeah.
And then there's just the story of him training to beat up this guy that's obviously 10 times his size.
Let me ask you this. You know, I mean, Raph gets the girl in this music video. At any point, did you want to get the girl?
No, I thought that Raph deserves it, you know?
Yeah.
He was training. Yeah, he was training his ass off.
Yeah, he was.
I'm just the guy in the back of the bus singing all creepily.
Just follow this rap guy around town.
Yeah, train.
Taking notes.
Say your prayers, take your vitamins. That's right. That's what he's doing.
So yeah, then eventually, obviously, you're looking at here in his little Kia Sportage. He got.
This is where, you know, like everything was reality based, but then you lost me at him getting the girl in a Kia. I mean, nobody ever sees that. That just doesn't happen.
Stay with the rich guy, the fat rich guy.
Yeah, because he doesn't drive a Kia.
Yeah.
Beautiful, awesome. All right, well, good. Let's see. We got
really quick. The pool scene where I'm just saying this because I'm super stoked about this. The pool scene where they're swimming and whatever, that was filmed at Stevie Nicks' house.
Really?
Mhm.
Well, let me pull it back. Okay, so how did you get the Stevie Nicks hookup? Who did that?
I don't know.
Where was that? Where?
Paradise Valley area, like where like that rich area where all the people live.
Yeah.
Up north.
Up north.
It's like Lincoln and 24th Street or something.
So yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Look at
Oh,
Steve.
that's Phoenix. I don't know if you know Phoenix, but
Yeah. So just
that's
a rich
one of her
area.
houses. Yeah, her brother lives there permanently. He does all her merch. So like,
Okay.
you walk around the
Oh.
house and there's just
3
like
seconds.
merch everywhere.
So we're just breaking down music videos. We just watched Fayuca's music video for Maria Elena, and the fun fact from that music video is the pool scene in that music video was actually shot at Stevie Nicks' house. Yeah, a little Arizona connection there, and somehow you got would you guys break into that house and then just guerrilla shoot a music video?
You got a pool hop some time to time. It's hot.
Yeah.
No, I think Maddie Steinkamp somehow was connected to that house somewhere.
Oh, now I'm 100% convinced you guys broke in, but still, good for you on getting those shots.
Yeah, I got the keys. Come on in.
We're hanging out with Gabo from Fayuca and Jason Devore of Authority Zero. We're going to get some live in-studio performances here on the podcast broadcast. Coming up next, I'm going to tell you a story about a woman who fell in love with a ragdoll, and that's not even a metaphor. It's literal with pictures to go along with it. That, plus we got Florida Man and other fun headlines to cover in the podcast broadcast, plus our in-studio music guests, Jason and Gabo. So hey, join us on the stream, youtube.com/beefvegan, or keep it right here. It's Rock 102.1 KFMA. Beef Vegan presents. I'm like, what was I going to say next? All right.
KFMA. Brain fart.
Yeah, brain fart.
Beef Vegan. That's who I am.
Yeah. I forgot my name. I'm like, it's Rock 102.1 KFMA. Beef Vegan presents. I look back on that banner. I know. What's the biggest banner or flag that you've gotten, Jason?
What happened?
What's the biggest banner or flag that you have? I mean, you've obviously done tons of shows. You even performed KFMA Day back in the day.
Yeah.
So you have those big flags behind you. How big is the biggest Authority Zero flag that you got?
We've made a 20 foot one. I think it's 20 by 20, 20 by 18 or whatever it's called.
So you're saying bigger.
He was hoping that
it
was obviously not going to be bigger than that. Did you not? Oh, wait, maybe you didn't see it. Did you notice there's a Beef Vegan Presents banner back there?
Oh, okay, there it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ours was actually only 2 by 2. I was mistaken.
Mine's way bigger than
handwritten. Also
handwritten. I borrowed the marker.
Borrowed the marker.
Glued some old newspapers together.
Right.
I had to make the glue too.
Yeah, nice. So, but the 21, you still have that 20 by 20?
Yeah, it's hidden away somewhere. We haven't used it in a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Haven't had to.
Yeah. Well, I mean, what was the last you did? Recently you did one of these cruises with Flogging Molly. You did the Flogging Molly cruise.
Yeah.
And performed. So when you do a cruise show, how many times are you performing on the cruise, and how long is the cruise?
It's a 5-day cruise total to dock and port and back, all that and docking. We played more shows than most of the bands, weirdly. I don't know why we got the extra show, but we played like 4 shows.
Okay.
And 3 days of performances for everybody. So we were super stoked on that. But we did like different sets in different rooms. There's like the pool deck stage, which is like a big stage they built in the pool deck, which is a lot of fun. There was a couple of smaller inside like club stages, which were equally as fun, just more rad and sweaty and packed in, Right. And then there's the amphitheater stage, which is at the helm of the boat. And it's like literally like going to a theater to watch like, river dance or something. So we get to play on that one for the final, but it's so big you're tripping out because you're rocking the seas, and you jump up and all of a sudden the boat is like meeting your feet. Oh, so you gotta watch you gotta watch your vertigo and all that because you can snap your ankles.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So did you end up liking it? I mean, there's gotta be some downsides being on the cruise ship, right? Do you get seasick and you're drinking, you're still doing the rock and roll thing? But does it take its toll?
I can't think of a single downside of being on a rock and roll cruise ship.
Okay, so it was all awesome.
It was all awesome, man.
Too much fun.
It really was. Just too much fun. I recommend it to anybody who gets a chance to go on one of those ships, just even as a viewer, or as a whatever. But it's just a lot of fun. Great people. It's like there's so many just people from all walks of life coming and enjoying. It's almost like a floating warp tour, which that's just awesome in itself. So I mean, you had the camaraderie on there too, with like all the bands. Like everyone's just like the levels right on the same plank. So you're just like walking by, you see Dave from Flogging Molly. Hey Dave, how you been? Whiskey again?
Yeah, yeah.
Noodles from Offspring in the art gallery, and you're like, hey Noodles. He's like, huh? I'm like, yeah, I know you, but
yeah.
Let me introduce myself. I'm playing tonight. Yeah, actually, right around the corner.
You're like, we played together probably about 30 times, but nice to meet you.
Yeah. So it's just great. It really is all around a fun time. If you're okay with not getting seasick, I don't myself, so I didn't have that problem. But just fun, man. Good
nice,
food, good people, good environment, good music.
Right on. Yeah. All right, here I want to do something fun here. This is we like to play a game on the show always. This is the last word. Oh. So here's how I explain the last word. Okay, I'm going to give you a category, and you guys are both going to go back and forth giving acceptable answers to that category. But there's 30 seconds on the clock in each round. Whoever gets the last answer in before the 30 seconds runs out wins the round. Okay, and then best of 3 rounds wins the game. Does it make sense?
No.
It's like verbal hot potato. Okay. So you're going to keep giving answers to the same question. Okay. So here's our first category, and we'll have Gabo start it off. Okay. So it's somewhat of an advantage.
Is
So
it like impulse?
yeah.
reaction?
All right. So here, name things you would bring on a camping trip. Gabo, go.
Turkey.
Turkey on a camping trip. Okay. All right, Jason.
Fire.
Fire? You gonna bring fire?
Yeah, you bring matches for fire.
Okay, bring matches. Okay. All right, Gabo.
Alcohol.
A what?
Alcohol.
Oh, alcohol. Okay. What do you say, Jason?
Weed.
Weed. Yeah. Yep.
Mushroom.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. All right, Jason.
Companion.
Yeah. Bring your companion.
My
right?
dog.
Your dog. Okay.
Tent.
A tent. Yeah.
Vehicle.
Vehicle. Oh, okay. With the last word there, Gabo got round one.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, so-
That's how it works.
All right. Jason, you're going to start round two. This one's going to be a little more difficult. All right. All right. Name a water sport and go.
Polo.
Polo. Okay.
Swimming.
There you go.
Swimming, there you
I
go.
was gonna say this. Volleyball.
I was gonna say that one.
Yeah.
Boating,
Yeah.
like the
Yeah.
fast boats.
Yeah. Fast boats.
Tennis.
Tennis.
Water
Water sport.
tennis?
Like a badminton tennis thing.
No.
You wanted
Give me a
badminton.
different one.
Different one. Marco Polo.
All right.
I
Oh,
signed
yeah. Marco Polo counts. All right. Yeah,
That
so it's all
Oh,
tied
yeah.
up.
Let's
Sudden
dig it.
death round.
Digging.
What
That
are
one.
what are waters? Fishing.
Fishing.
Yes,
Oh, my
fishing,
God.
skiing. You
Skiing.
know, skiing.
Oh yeah.
There's a lot of great suggestions here. Final round. It's the tiebreaker. Whoever wins this is the last word champion. All right. There's a trend going on Twitter that our running theme is she's a 10, but. All right. So you're gonna say she's a 10, but then name a red flag that would lower her from a 10. Gabo, you're gonna start off. She's a 10, but.
Her farts are stinker than mine.
Okay. Jason.
Her toenails are busted.
Yeah. Gabo. She's a 10, but.
I don't like her.
She got a dick.
Oh my God. Oh my
My-
God.
She's a 10, but she got a dick.
Jason.
She's annoying.
Ah, yeah, there you go. Jason got the last
I
word.
think all
Congrats.
guys are ready. It's like that's a winner right there.
I
That's
know.
I couldn't think of anything.
I know you got
So
stumped.
funny.
It's
I
a tough
if
game.
it's 10, it's hard to be like, well, if it's a 10, there's nothing wrong.
See, that's what on one of my last one just said. I said, but she looks like the witch fish. And he goes, no, she's a 10.
That's
And I'm
right.
like, oh, you're right.
Yeah, you can't say she's a 10, but she's ugly.
Yeah.
Welcome back to the show. We're talking with Jason Devore from Authority Zero and Gabo from Fayuca, along with Powers. And we just did a round of the last word on the podcast broadcast stream, which you can join us on our YouTube page, youtube.com/bevegan, because both of these gentlemen are going to be performing live on the podcast here shortly. But first, I want to share a weird story of a woman who fell in love with a rag doll. And I got pictures to go along with this.
Oh,
Yeah, this happened in Colombia. This is what happens when you live in, Brazil. This is what happens when you live in Brazil and don't have ass. All right. If you don't have a booty, then you don't have any male options. I guess with the plethora of booty in Brazil, guys have their choice, their pick, basically.
all right.
Yeah, the booty to guy ratio is, I think, 3-1. So
Yeah.
3 booties per 1 guy. So it's really unfortunate for any woman down there that doesn't have a booty, is what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
Yeah, this woman's a woman without a booty. And so her mom was sad for her because she never had a dancing partner. So she made her a rag doll.
Oh my God. It's even homemade.
Yes, it's a homemade rag doll. In fact,
Oh,
I'm
my
showing it on the
God.
podcast broadcast stream.
What is?
Now, this rag doll is shorter than a woman, which is a no-no. But yeah, love is love.
Hey, she's a 10, but she's in love with a ragdoll.
Yeah, there you go. So anyways,
Dude, that's a good song title. She's in love with the ragdoll.
yeah. So what you're seeing next
No.
is, yes,
No.
she took her love to the next level as she married the rag
Oh
doll.
my God.
Yes, so she even invited 200 of her very confused friends and family who were all disappointed in her life decisions at a wedding ceremony where she dressed this rag doll up in a very nice suit. And they got married. They had the first dance and everything. And if you're asking why they got married,
Oh my God.
it's because she
no.
had a baby with the rag doll.
No.
Yes, and she didn't want to raise a bastard rag doll.
Oh my God.
So when she found out she was pregnant with the rag doll's baby, or in her head, whatever, I don't know how this works. She
Oh.
ended up getting married before creating the rag doll baby. And you could tell that the Ragdoll man is the father of the Ragdoll baby because they have each other's eyes.
Yeah, literally the same buttons.
Yeah.
It looks just like it.
And there's pictures. I mean, like, what's
But
great about
at least he was at
this?
the birth.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
What's great about this is you're seeing all these pictures on the podcast broadcast of her being super happy and elated. The Ragdoll obviously being in shock that he could even reproduce
Yes.
or that he even exists. And then everyone around looking very confused and disappointed.
Oh,
So,
Goodness.
yes. But you can see more pictures of the slideshow of the wedding. What you don't see is pictures of, I guess
Wait
you
a
do
minute,
see
that's
pictures of
fully
the
nude.
honeymoon. Yeah.
That
Oh my
ragdoll
goodness.
needs clothes. How dare?
He does.
I'll tell you, Raggedy Ann and Raggedy Annie are spinning over in their graves.
Yes. So, yeah, and it's everywhere.
Oh my God. She's out in public constantly with this. This is insane.
And she went around faking the pregnancy too.
Oh my
It's
God.
like
You're
I'm-
right.
So yeah, this is crazy on a whole nother level.
This is one of the most uncanny things I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah. Well,
Like,
there you go.
no joke.
There's a hope for everybody out there.
All
So
right.
there's a Ragdoll for everyone. All right, we're gonna hit the reset. Be back with more Beef Vegan Presents. But on the podcast broadcast stream, we're gonna get ready for a live performance. Whoever's up first will flip a coin. And of course, Jason and Gabo performing at 191 Toole tonight together. It's gonna be a fantastic show. More Beef Vegan Presents coming up next. Clear. Yeah. One more picture here. All right. There you go. Yes. I know. It's
That-
fantastic.
That is one of the newest lows I've ever seen in my life. I married a ragdoll,
Oh yeah.
but then I had the ragdoll's baby
Yeah.
after pretending to be Man, I do not have problems. I guess
That is
Yeah,
impressive.
exactly. Man, he said there's no drugs on earth that can replicate that level of crazy.
that's something.
Yeah. Well, you could always try meth. All right. Earlier this morning, we talked about something that would give you nightmares. Have you ever heard about nipple mites? Ooh.
What?
If you haven't, check this out. A new nightmare fuel for you.
Oh.
Something to be worried about and concerned about when you go to sleep. Are you ready for this?
Always.
Have you ever heard of nipple mites?
And I'm done.
Yeah. Wait, where are you going? Come back here. I'm not. All right, no. Let me tell you more about nipple mites. I'm just found out that this is a thing, but it's far worse than you could ever imagine.
Oh.
A new study says that there's microscopic mites, and they may soon, quote unquote, become one with humans. Oh yeah, a study by the UK's University of Reading said that nipple mites.
Keep going.
All right. Yeah, focus on the nipple mites and not my illiteracy, okay? So they say the nipple mites, microscopic parasites that live in hair follicles on our face and nipples, are showing changes in their DNA, which means they're changing from parasites to symbionts.
Oh, like Venom.
In a way, like this is what it means in simple language. Instead of living on humans, they may soon live in humans
Yes.
permanently,
Nice.
like Venom.
How terrifying.
Brutal. Now, here's a fun fact about nipple mites that you might not like. Again, nightmare fuel.
Yeah, where's the in? Do they go in the nipple?
Yeah, I mean, you go wherever
Ugh.
they can. Guess where they have sex though, or where they like to have sex?
Where do they like to have sex?
On your face.
Oh my God.
That's where they procreate. So nipple mites like to have sex on your face. Yes, this is nightmare fuel. I'm sorry. I have to share this information for you. As for having sex on your face while you're asleep, well, they do, and they do it often because they harvest melatonin from you to help do it. So they need melatonin like it's nipple mite Viagra. And
Wow.
melatonin, I guess, is there's a lot of it coming from your face when you're sleeping at night.
Wow.
Yes.
Especially if you take melatonin. I bet that's why their DNA is changing.
My girlfriend takes melatonin every single night.
She is covered in mites.
Ugh,
Nipple mites.
Right. All that she has a literal orgy happening on her face every single night.
I hope they don't start a civil war with the dust mites all over my pillow because yikes.
Yeah.
You ever hear about those?
Yeah. But
I'm disappointed in all mites. No thanks.
all right, yeah.
Ugh.
So yeah, just a fun fact to get you going into the weekend. He's like, rest your head, take a nap. Everything's gonna be fine. Sure, you're gonna be sleeping. There'll be a bunch of parasites having sex on your face, but besides that, it's all gonna be fine. Oh yes, they will go into your skin and end up living in your body forever, but that's fine. hopefully we teach them. We could train them to fight COVID-19. Huh?
That's
Huh?
where I would. You know what's good?
Silver lining.
Yeah, that's the good thing.
Of course,
right
I have
there.
no scientific background, so obviously that will probably
I
never
call
happen.
you a doctor.
All right, let's hit the reset. We're coming back. What was the origin of the "she's a 10 but" line? I actually have the TikTok video that started it all. It's kind of stupid, but it does break down what girls like in a guy's. Like, well, if a guy is super hot, but or what makes a guy hotter. And this is good information to know for all my single bros out there. And that's coming up next on Beef Vegan Presents. So don't go away. Clip here. Oh. Back in the broadcast, we're getting set up. Gabo and Jason had to pee real quick. Weirdo, I see. I'm gonna pop you in for something here in a minute. But like I was teasing earlier, the "he's a 10 but." We broke down the origin of "he's a 10 but," and it was a couple chicks in California on TikTok. That's how it works. And went a little something like this. Rock 102.1 Kfma. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. You know, yesterday we were going with this trend and playing games. She's a 10 but, or he's a 10 but, and it's been trending on Twitter the past couple of days. It's been trending on TikTok. I finally figured out what the origin of this whole trend started from, and I'm going to play you a clip from that. But I just posted on the KFMA Facebook page, like, she's a 10 but she farts when she sneezes. Now it's your turn. He or she's a 10 but, and Madison replied back with an excellent burn. Said he's a 10 but he judges women based on normal bodily functions. Like, oh yeah, actually. Whoops.
I mean, here's the thing. It's a joke where if she farted every time she sneezed,
yeah,
that's you're gonna lose a point every time.
Oh no, again, like, if she's super hot though, you're like, yeah, that's my smoking hot wife. She just happens to fart when she sneezes. That's fine.
Yeah.
That's how I'm with a 10.
Yeah.
You know.
That's so funny.
But yeah, there was essentially, this was a game that three girls, I believe in California, made up. They just did a TikTok video where they're talking about guys and say he's a 10 but, and they would point out something bad. And this is a good learning video for a lot of single guys out there.
Yeah.
For what women like and dislike, you know. But they throw in some likes. I'm gonna play you some of the audio from this so you get a better idea. Check this out.
Okay, the game is he's a 6, but he drives a nice truck. What does that make him?
All right.
An 8.
See, having a nice truck increases your value right off the bat.
Classic.
7.5.
He's a 4, but he rips on a surfboard.
See, California girls, he rips on a surfboard.
6. 6.5.
Oh,
He's a 9, but he only looks good in hats.
that's me. Well, I'm not 9, but I only look good in hats. When
8. Not that bothered.
7.5.
see, chicks love guys in hats. That's good.
Okay, he's a 9, but he has really long fingernails.
2.
That's a girl who's been cut once or twice.
For sure drops to something.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Drops.
Like a 5? Would you say? Lower?
Not
4?
that feels because you can just clip them. So
That's true. Okay, wait, can we change the
8.5?
problem?
We don't need the debate. Here
These
we
are
go.
Okay.
Come on.
Say it.
These are the hottest scientists I've ever heard.
Yeah, no, I mean, there's a lot of truth behind this. As silly as this may seem, you get wisdom from these TikTok videos.
Oh,
so inside the girl's mind. And I know that we have a lot of male listeners out there that are single and they're like wondering what's the big deal? What's the problem with me? And the answer is nothing. It could just be you're not clipping your nails or something petty or simple. And there are ways to look hotter to the opposite sex, which they point out in the
can't change them.
There we go. 6.
All right, let's get into this. All right, let's get into this.
Do it.
Take powers out here. All right, so we got Jason Devore of Authority Zero tonight. 191 Toole, him, Gabo, and ZeeCee Keeley going to be performing. And it's one of those low dose shows. And you could go 191 Toole. Doors open at 6:30. And before, just give you a little taste of what you're going to experience. We got Jason performing a song. What song are you going to play for us today?
I think I'm gonna play a song called "Courage." Actually, man.
All right, excellent.
Yeah, it's a song I did a long time back, acoustic, on my first solo album, and then we re-recorded it with Authority, full band production, and then I just recently re-recorded it with some fun instrumentation with some cellos and things of that nature to re-release pretty soon here. So do this thing called Courage Campaign, just give people hope and some drive and excitement to kind of reboot if they're having hard times.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, here is Jason Devore with Courage.
So you say you're on your own, nothing's going right. We're fist to fist and heart to heart. Let's get back up and fight. Torn like a flag on a battleground, stepped on and beaten down. But somehow, you still manage. But you manage to survive. You manage to survive. It's your courage. Take them on, take them out, take a stand, take a bow. It's your courage. Take them on, take them out, take a stand, take a bow. Oh, 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 oh. So now you're thinking it's the end. You're stuck in your self-doubt. And if a picture says 1,000 words, then you'll tell those words run out. Well, it's a new chapter in your life. Your broken soul, your broken bones, your broken heart, your broken bonds. But you still fight to make it right. It's your broken soul, your broken bones, your broken heart, your broken bonds. But you still fight to make it right, to make it right. It's your courage. Take them on, take them out, take a stand, take a bow. It's your courage. Take them on, take them out, take a stand, take a bow. Oh, whoa, whoa, oh, oh. It's last call, our last chance. Line them up, let's make it last. Why wait when the days are fast? Take the call, don't let it pass. Last call, our last chance. Line them up, let's make this last. Why wait when the days are fast? Take the call, don't let it pass. Last call, our last chance. Line them up, let's make it last. Why wait when the days are fast? Take the call, don't let it pass. Last call, our last chance. Line them up, let's make it last. Make it last, make it last. It's your courage. Take them on, take them out, take a stand, take a bow. It's your courage. Take them on, take them out, take a stand, take a bow. Oh, 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 oh. It's your courage. 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 It's your courage.
Yeah, Jason Devore, Authority Zero, performing tonight. Excellent job. Excellent job. We're going to be on the air here in about minute 30. I'm going to replay back some of that clip, and then we're going to get Gabo set up to perform the next song. And then the final song that we're going to perform today is going to be both Gabo and Jason. They perform a song together, usually when they do special shows.
Yeah.
Shoot It Up, which is a classic as well. So grab a seat, guys. We're going to be on here in about a minute 20 on the podcast broadcast, youtube.com/beefvegan. You know the drill. You guys are all watching it. All right. And then I'll set up. And in your next camera here, you are going to next time, Powers, I need you to use. Yeah, well, I want you to use the second camera too, so I can go camera 1, camera 2. So I want you to be able to set that up in a good way. Okay. Yeah, but after. So we're gonna do a quick bit. We're gonna talk about the organization that you're raising awareness for, Jason. I think that's a good talking point for this next segment.
Yeah.
And I'll play a little bit of the what we just heard on the air because I recorded some of it with my little radio magic.
Thanks, man.
Little radio magic. Yeah. That's how we do it. What's the name of the website, or is there a website or a foundation that you're raising for the courage?
No, it's just actually just an inspiration, honestly, man. It's just putting the new song out there again to get people hope and some kind of lift and boost and positive drive, I guess. It's been a hard couple of years, obviously. It's no surprise there and no secret. So people have many people, including myself, sunken into a hole, questioned these things, this thing, that thing in life. Where do I go now? What am I supposed to do? And just almost some people just kind of given up, if not mentally, almost essentially, and it's heartbreaking. And I just really wanted to re-invite that song to people's ears, I guess, to maybe remind them that it's you're not alone, that the entire world really in their own way, obviously, and each individual has their own stuff going on too. And many are affected in the exact same way that you've been affected, whether it be with the workplace or families, politics, you go through it, the list. But just power through, and just stay true to yourself and keep that PMA, that positive mental attitude, as cliche as it might sound, it's a real thing.
Yeah.
And it gets you through the hardest of times, and it'll affect your physical attributes as well if you don't try and really focus on keeping a strong mind.
Yeah, we're talking with
mindset.
Jason Devore of 30. He just performed the song Courage, and he's talking about where the whole premise, the inspiring part, talking about, and just reminding people to stay strong and stay brave, even in the darkest of times, which we've all experienced together or individually, through the past couple of years, especially. And he talked about that PMA tattoo. The first thing you really pointed out is you and Powers almost have like the matching tattoo of a PMA, the positive mental attitude. Now,
almost like the same text, even. Our worlds apart.
I know. So it was, you got it on a drunken night on tour, the PMA?
Yeah, it was me and Nathan Maxwell, bass player for Molly. Speaking of cruises, he does a side, his own band called the Bunny Gang. And we went on tour together, and we did tour tattoos. And we did this Zero logo combined with 2 bunny ears on it. And I wanted to get a PMA tattoo at the same time. And so I was like, well, all in one kind of ball of wax. And so I just kind of combined the 2 of them on that thing.
That's great.
So, yeah.
How many tour tattoos do you have?
Let's just say I was never the tattoo guy.
Yeah.
Coming up with the guys in the band, and then now I'm the tattoo guy.
It's like every tour. Yeah,
like,
you got to get a tour tattoo.
Yeah, one day you stop and pause in the mirror and look, you're like, oh yeah, that's right. I've got probably only about 3 or 4 tour tattoos, because I was always kind of like I got the memories.
Right.
I got the memories all up here.
Yeah, but as you get older, you forget those memories. So those tattoos are good reminders.
Yeah, you have fun on the road.
Yeah. Here's a little bit of the performance we just had on the podcast broadcast from Jason.
Take them out, take a stand, take them out, it's your courage. Take them on, take them out, take a stand, take them out.
So that's just
ping.
Yeah, it's just a little example
you got that.
of what you can expect tonight at 191 Toole. Coming up on the podcast broadcast, we got Gabo in the hot seat, or Gabo. I like to say Powers. He pointed out this morning. He's like, "Is it Gabo or Gabo?" Because you keep saying both. Because I always, go back and forth. You know this, Gabo?
It's because you don't know how to say it, so you try to cover all angles.
Yeah. How do you say it?
Gabo.
Yeah. I say Gabo. Okay. Gabo.
People say Gabo.
Yeah.
Hey, my boy Gabo.
And you're like, yeah, that's cool, but not really. That's not it, but okay. Well, yeah, Gabo is going to be performing the song for us live on the podcast broadcast, so you can join us youtube.com/BeefVegan. Be back with more Beef Vegan Presents after this. Clear. All right. Gabo, same question. What's the song that you're going to perform for us this morning?
It's just Elena, since we're already on that one, huh?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. I'm bringing it back. These are also just bring back fond memories. You know what I mean? Because,
you know what? I was going to do this one. Oh! That one?
Oh, yeah. You going to do Big Bad World?
Oh, you know it?
Oh, I've heard that one.
Oh, yeah.
We should play that on the radio sometime.
Yeah.
I just forgot the.
Let's go a little lower and to the side there. So let me get the profile side on that. And yeah, that's good. All right, well, let's get right into it. Maria Elena from Gabo from Fayuca. Hey, I'm technically not on the air right now, so I can fuck up all day long, but just a polished pro here.
Here's Maria Elena.
Maria Elena. Maria Elena.
I'm gonna do it reggae because.
Yeah, I dig that reggae style.
Maria Elena, I see the pain behind your smile. If you would only stay a while. Maria Elena, I'd be the fire in your eyes. If you would only buy the time. And I could watch you sleep all night with just your heartbeat by my side.
Yeah, take those off.
This could be paradise if you would only let me in. This could be paradise if you would only let me win. If I could take you home tonight, amend your broken heart tonight, Maria Elena. Maria Elena, I feel the breaking of the dawn. Come morning, you'll be gone. Maria Elena, if you would only buy the time. And leave your trembling heart behind. And I could watch you sleep all night with just your heartbeat by my side. And this could be paradise if you would only let me in. This could be paradise if you would only let me win. If I could take you home tonight, amend your broken heart tonight, Maria Elena.
That's right. Gabo Fayuca right there. And that was like a music video. I set up with all these images. Look at the 3 times the Gabo right there. I was going camera 1, camera 2, camera 3. It was fantastic. I can't wait to clip that up and share it on our
There's 3 camera
socials.
angles of me battling with these headphones.
I know. You're like, just take these off.
I did the same thing. I was like, I can't hear what
No, I could hear that.
I hope it works.
And then I put them here and they were choking me and I'm like,
Earlier this morning, I don't have the F My Life up yet, but I did have a crazy Morning Moron. So I want to share the Morning Moron. We'll get their cameras reset up, and then we're going to wrap things up with a performance for both Gabo and Jason from Authority Zero at the same time. It's going to be a good one. Keep it here. It's podcast broadcast. Rock 102.1 Kfma, that's Hailstorm, and welcome back. It's 6:16 time for your Morning Moron. Let's do this. Now, I had a choice between 2 different Morning Morons, both a doozy. It has to do with drugs, alcohol, and being stupid criminals, right? I know, it's the formula. It's super simple. So the one I'm going to go with today is a guy who really just doubled down in committing crimes.
Yeah.
He started off by getting drunk and stealing a car, okay? Then he doubled down by not just stealing any car, but stealing a cop car.
Oh,
Okay, this happened around 3:30 in the morning the other night in, I think Colorado, around outside of Denver, and there was a report of a domestic violence call that went over the radio, and of a guy who apparently threatened to shoot someone. Okay, now this is not why the car showed up. See, the drunk man stole the cop car, then heard the report of a domestic violence report and someone threatening to shoot someone.
Yeah.
So Jeremiah, the drunk guy who stole the cop car, decided to respond to the call.
hey, justice.
Yes. He's like, I got this. Yeah, move aside. Move aside. So he drove the stolen squad car to the address, and with his drunk ass, he was the first person on the scene. So he did the job better than the cops.
Oh my God.
It's not a good look for the cops, but I mean, in the cops' defense, they were looking for the stolen patrol car. That kind of took precedent. Well, the people in the house said they were he was obviously intoxicated, and asked them, where's the old man that's going to shoot someone? Like, he straight up ballsy went up to the door, pounded on it, like looking for a fight in a stolen cop car. All right. Now, when the real cops arrived, he sped off, and they didn't catch him at first.
No.
Yes.
He got back to his car and then sped off.
He got back to the stolen cop car, took the lights on, and took off, and he got away. They spotted him 2 hours later and then got into another high-speed chase that hit 110 miles an hour.
Ooh.
Yeah, he eventually crashed the car and ran off into the woods, and when they caught up with him, he pulled a knife, so they tased him.
Oh, my gosh.
And also fired one shot, but didn't hit him because obviously Jeremiah is invincible. He's facing a lot of charges after the theft, impersonating an officer being one of them, resisting arrest being another, and a half a dozen other crimes.
Yeah.
So, getting drunk, stealing a cop car, reporting to a
Showing up on
911
the
call,
scene.
yeah, trying to regulate, definitely makes you a warning moron.
I think that's one of the best ones.
Let me make it very clear.
He says I make a point 4 times.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah, once Powers gets wound up, I do my best to try to wind him down. Be like, all right. I got the point 30 minutes ago. Yeah. Point has been made. All right. We have all 4 people in studio still, but we have the camera set up for the 3 angles for the next music performance, which we're going to do here in a little bit. Yeah, squeeze in. Yeah. We're gonna do some radio. We're gonna do some radio fodder here in a little bit. But yeah, you got Gabo. You got some good responses here. It said fan fucking tastic. That was fucking amazing. A lot of F bombs from our streamers here.
Firing them up.
Yeah. That's right. In fact, actually, I'm gonna pop on real quick just to do a tease and remind people because we got booted off the Facebook because I was playing your very professionally licensed music. Happens. Really? It happens. Join us on the YouTube page because we got booted off of Facebook because we're playing licensed music on there. And yeah, Facebook sucks.
I actually got booted off of Instagram by putting my own
your own shit.
Yeah. You can't say that, Gabo.
Yeah,
we're on here. All right. So join us on the YouTube page for the Uncensored Conversation, youtube.com/beefvegan. More podcast broadcast continues after Rise Against.
Rise Against.
All right, there you go.
Maybe I shouldn't have the headphones on.
Yeah, that's fine. No, that's fine.
Fuck these guys.
Yeah.
Damn the man.
That's retarded.
Save
We're
the
on the-
empire.
Yeah. You said that off mic though, so I'm like, okay, he's good. He's not canceled yet. We're good.
Canceled.
Can't say shit.
You get a call from
You
Brent.
can't say shit anymore. I know.
Dude, I was
But
watching old America's Funniest Home Videos and like stuff that Bob Saget would say. I was like,
Oh
"Bro,
yeah.
you can't say that anymore."
No,
Say that
yeah.
shit, like,
Yeah. It doesn't surprise me.
and
at
it was
all
like
either.
a family
Right.
show.
Yeah.
But he said something about like lesbians, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, you can't say that anymore, you know?
Yeah.
Ours does have an actual F-bomb tattoo. You're correct, Weirdo 6.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I just saw it.
Yeah, you're showing off the F-bomb. All right. Well, yeah, I guess we could get into this is what we'll do. We'll start off with Shoot It Up, but keep it radio edit because we're going to be coming on the air with basically the tail end of the song. Okay. So this is my way of being able to get a performance on the air. Yeah. Like a ninja. All right. So let's do that. Are you down?
Is it possible to turn the volume down on this one?
So, unfortunately, I'm trying.
Oh, you hear
For some
echo?
reason, they just don't like that's as low as it goes for some reason.
Okay.
So you do it a little bit.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah,
Okay.
Sorry.
That's fine.
All right, you got this.
You want us to get going now?
Yeah, let's go now. It's Gabo and Jason. This is Shoot It Up.
I don't know what I did.
Yeah.
That was my intro. You fucked it up.
Oh, do it again. Do it again. Do it again.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Let me do a visual sweep here. Ready, and
Hey, Jason.
welcome back to the podcast broadcast. We got a very special in studio. Hold on, let me do that again. Okay.
There you go. I gotta see your pretty little face.
Yeah, welcome back to the podcast broadcast. Got a very special in studio performance from Gabo, Fayuca, and Jason Devore of Authority Zero. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Shoot It Up.
My precious got issues, she's wasting away. She's sick of silent cries and tears pouring down her face. She prays for another out, but there's nowhere to go. When the needle's button deep and you're digging your hole. She tries, oh we know she tries. Nobody ever listens to her hood rat's cries. She tries, oh we know she tries. Nobody ever listens to her hood rat's cries. Shoot it up tonight. It might be your last time. This could be your last time. Shoot it up tonight. It might be your last time. This could be your last time. You know you've got issues when you cry yourself to sleep. Shoot it up in the morning to get back on your feet. Smoke it up in the evening cause you made it through the day. You're speaking until the sun comes up tomorrow. It's the same and you're suffering. You're fussing and fighting, you're struggling and sobbing, you're suffering. You're fussing and fighting, you're struggling and sobbing. So shoot it up tonight. It might be your last time. This could be your last time. Shoot it up tonight. It might be your last time. This could be your last time. Shoot it up tonight. It might be your last time. This could be your last time. Shoot it up tonight. It might be your last time.
Well, here we go tonight. The beat keeps it burning. Down the speakers, strike the flame up. But first, go for my hoodie. Shot it up in your sight, tick tock, the time up is on turning. Now another year has passed, and you feel your stomach turning. So fire it up one time, shoot it up, that's right. This is your moment, yes, this is your life. Fire it up 2 times, shoot it up, that's right. Tonight we're reaching for the stars, let's take a ride.
Shoot it up tonight. It might be your last time. This could be your last time. Shoot it up tonight. It might be your last time. This could be your last time. Shoot it up tonight. It might be your last time. This could be your last time. Shoot it up tonight. It might be your last time.
Yeah, Rock on a 2.1.
Last time.
Don't drop that MFer. I know you like to do that. Yes. That's Gabo from Fayuca, Jason Devore of Authority Zero, performing live on the podcast broadcast. You guys on the FM side caught the tail end of that duet called Shoot It Up of Fayuca song. Very good. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Look at you. This is how you perform on the show, ladies and gentlemen.
8 a.m. on time.
That's right. Like the pros you are.
That's what's up.
Tonight, 191 Toole. You can see them both performing along with a local legend, ZeeCee Keeley. He's a fantastic kid. If you guys haven't met him yet, you're going to dig him as well. We're going to keep the conversation moving on the podcast broadcast. Be back with your beef tip right after this. It's Rock 102.1 KFMA.
Yeah.
I need to start it.
Clear.
I need to do it faster.
Yeah.
Once I go into your verse, you're like trying to speed through it.
Right.
And then it sounds better when you're just spitting.
I think it's muscle memory too, as I'm used to doing it faster. So it's like I just can't get back this way.
Yeah.
Yeah. With the acoustic version of it.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah. I know you remember, like, how'd you reach out to Jason to do this song? Did you always envision Jason doing this song with you, Gabo?
I wrote. Are we still on the air?
Yeah. Well, we're on the podcast broadcast stream.
Yeah, that's fine.
When
Or is it?
when I wrote the song, I was like 16.
Okay.
It was about a friend of mine who was like obviously on drugs.
Powers, you can get back in the stream here. Yeah, they're both on one camera.
Okay.
Yeah, Bo. All right, Sherry. Yeah, speaking of Jason's mic. Yes, there we go.
Yeah, so when I wrote the song, I was like 16, and then we it was about a friend of mine who was on drugs, and
yeah. I mean, you had no idea that this would turn into a goddamn epidemic, right? So even when you wrote it back in the day, you're like, yeah, it was rare to have friends that were going down that rabbit hole of, injecting and opioid addiction. Now it's like, it's too common, to this day. So unfortunately, the song continues to remain relevant or get more relevant over time.
Yeah, well then when I wrote it, it was more just like an approach of like, it was kind of sarcastic because one time he told me, dude, you just gotta always be high, it's in your life or whatever. And I was like, oh, it's sarcasm, shoot it up. Could be your last time, whatever.
Yeah.
Then, he passes away, time goes by. And then I revisited when we did Barrio Sideshow because I kind of got like a different like perspective in life.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, you know what? Maybe he wasn't wrong. And maybe like that was his choice. But at some point, like you have to just like live life as like I'm not saying that like go do drugs or whatever.
That's kind of what you're saying.
No. But like it was like he did what made him happy,
Uh-huh.
And it wasn't like he was suffering through drug addiction. He was having a great time doing it.
Yeah, but
and
he
like,
had a great time after he died too.
Yeah,
you don't know.
But I mean, like I was like, dude, like I just started kind of like pushing and loving life a little bit more, and I just reached out to Jason. I was like, hey, dude, I kind of want to revisit the song, but I want to give it a different twist to it. Here's where I'm at now with these lyrics.
Yeah,
and then that's why he wrote the verse of, like tonight's the night.
Yeah.
Burning, speakers start to flame up, so watch the rest go up.
Lean into the mic when you say that. Oh, let me ask you this over quick, Gabo. When you wrote that song, we didn't have an opioid epidemic, right?
Right.
But then once you wrote the song, now we do have an opioid epidemic. Do you feel any blame for causing the opioid epidemic?
Yeah, I have a follow-up question. How dare you?
What have they done?
No, what does Marilyn Manson? What would Marilyn Manson say right now?
Absolutely.
Yes.
No, you know what, dude? It's crazy because people will approach me at shows about that song and say that it helped them get through tough times.
That's good.
Addicts. So
well, I mean, that's the ultimate, compliment you can get as an artist, right? Yeah.
Where they're like, I remember constantly just being on drugs and like, I'm like, oh, like obviously I'm talking like about, shoot it up for you last time, but they're taking it for what I'm saying, where it's like kind of a sarcastic approach to it.
Right.
And I've had people actually like tell me that, hey, dude, like that song, has got me into, like a lot of people, what I think is a lot,
Yeah. Even if it's one, that's important.
Yeah.
It's a big deal.
A lot of one have told me that.
A lot of one.
Here too is like you say, like positive spin on it with the shoot it up. I actually initially like more so. I got the reference you were talking about, but I took it as like a positive, like shoot for the stars kind of thing. That's where my head went to almost initially. To be honest with you.
So
nice.
I hear an interesting story about Jason's verse.
Yes.
And you probably remember this, but
probably
maybe
not.
you do. He sent me a voice memo, right? And it was like right when I was like prepping to go on a tour, and he was like, "Hey, what do you think of this verse?" Whatever. And he sends me this voice memo, and I went like 2 weeks without responding. I just forgot. I was just
He
like,
does that sometimes.
I was like going through. I saw it. I was like, "Oh, I'll listen to it later." Never listened to it, and then I get a message from him like 2 weeks later. He's like, "Nope, you didn't like it. Okay, fine." So I called him. I was like, "No, dude, it sounds great." I just, and then. But for a while there, I thought he was gonna be
You left him on red.
Yeah,
what
yeah.
a dick
He likes
move.
keeping waiting. He's like, let's sweat a little bit.
But I always think about that where he was like, "Nope, you didn't like it. Okay."
Okay, yeah. I mean, you
Whatever,
could have
dude.
told
Whatever,
me.
dude.
Yeah, instead of being like a dick about it, but yeah, whatever.
When the video shoot we shot, that little scene was like really impromptu. It was like you already shot the video, right? Mostly at that point or no?
No, we had no plans of doing the video.
Oh.
And then we did that festival down mountain.
That's right.
And then we was like, "Yeah, let's get Jason in on this." And then we shot that part. And then your verse, then you have to do it with like.
I was in Japan. I was coming home from Japan, so I was on a Japanese tour, and we just got. Are we getting ready to leave? We're getting ready to leave, but we were worn out because I hadn't slept yet. And it was like we had a small window to like go behind the Zia Records and like shoot like a quick like impromptu like 2-take, 3-take kind of thing through real quick to add it to the video.
Yeah. So why are you soft talking so much? We are Yeah.
Is that what I'm doing?
Yeah, that's what you're doing.
Is that what they call it in radio?
Yeah. Like it's like as
trying
I'm
to
listening,
finesse the airwaves.
every word is getting lower and lower in volume. I'm leaning into the screen. Like what?
What is he talking about?
That's how you make people listen.
Yes,
That's
I
an
know.
old Jake the Snake techie.
Yeah, if you're
To draw
picking
him
up
in.
on me in the bar, I'd be going home with you already. Like Jesus.
I'm really interested in this.
You don't have the headphones on, but if you do put them on real quick, you'll hear a performance that you did in the Kfma studios back in the day, Jason. This is when we ruled the world. I'm trying to remember. Do you remember when you recorded this?
Yeah, which this actual version right here.
Yeah, in the Kfma studio.
I do remember that. Yeah, I remember. But I think Zach was in the band. So.
Yeah.
Zach was the guitar player at the time, and I do remember very well. Actually, I was surprised I had a voice that morning. I think it was on a bender the night before.
Yeah.
And I just came in reeking of whiskey, and I was like, well, let's see what happens.
Yeah. Was I there? Did I record this?
I think you did record this.
Okay, good. Yeah.
I feel like you did.
And then I engineered this fantastically.
Oh, well done, engineer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not giving it everything right here because the whiskey's trying to push it.
It still good. You know, it was great though. I put a little reverb, slapped a little reverb on
You
it.
fixed me right up.
Covers it up a little bit. Yeah.
You did.
Covered the whiskey up.
Dr. B.
Yeah. All about that magic reverb.
Oh, that's me and Mikey. That's not Mike. That's not.
Oh, yeah?
That's my bass player, Mike. Yeah, so this was
Not even me.
Dang, that's not you.
No, yeah, I'm sorry.
Me and Mike probably are both drinking bottles of whiskey in the parking lot before coming up here, actually. If I know me and Mike, you know, our fun times, hey, let's go give him a show.
Yeah. Yeah, this sounds great.
So rock yourself to sleep and call.
I'll have that play in the background here when we get back on for the beef tip. And speaking of being hungover, I'm going to give you 6 reasons why you need to drink pickle juice more often. You drink pickle juice?
Not often.
Well, you got to switch that up. That's what I'm going to be talking about here.
Were we talking about picklebacks just a week ago?
Yeah. You know, well, pickleback's the way to go, but there's actually information about why pickle juice itself is just good for you in general. So drink that shit up. All right, we're on 10 seconds, no cursing. And thank you guys so much, by the way.
You too, baby.
All right, coming on. We're going to be hanging out today. It's going to be fun. And if you guys could pull yourself out for a Thursday night, 191 Toole tonight. All right. Rock 102.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. So this is an in-studio performance from Authority Zero back in the day that I have in our KFMA playlist. Just wanted to share that with you. When we ruled the world. You're going to get the acoustic performance, Jason Devore, tonight at 191 Toole with Gabo from Fayuca and ZeeCee Keeley. Shout out to ZeeCee Keeley. We'll have him in studio here soon. I know that. And that's 191 Toole tonight. Before we leave you, we got to give you a beef tip here. And this one, we were talking about picklebacks the other night. There's reasons why pickle juice is good for you. Plenty of reasons. All right, let me give you the reasons real quick, and this is my beef tip. It can help you lose weight. You can recover after a workout, regulate your blood sugar, help with muscle cramps, and most importantly, some people claim it's a hangover cure. So next time you're hungover, load up on that pickle juice right after the gym, and you're going to feel like $1 million.
Yeah.
That's all the time we have for the show. Thank you for listening. As always, drive safe, ride safe, and rock local. Later, guys.
Woo.
Again, brother.
Thank you guys for watching. Peace.
Now I know where your studio is. I'm coming randomly.
Yay.
Just popping in here.
Do it.